This is CJ at Evine in Eden Prairie, where the stars, okay, I know these are clouds. Hey, is that a star? Anyway, things finally aligned, and I was in town at the same time as the incredible Vanessa Williams. She has added clothing designer to a resume that already begged the question, is there anything she can't do?
When you are creating fashion, what's your objective?
To fill in the holes of things that I want in my wardrobe that I can't find, and do things that are really well made and look expensive, but are inexpensive to buy and are comfortable. So this is my second year here in Minnesota doing my V by Vanessa Williams for Evine. It's gone wonderfully. We get a lot of call-in people from all over the country, and particularly women of color who want to look stylish and comfortable. I get a lot of women that say, I bought your dress and your jacket for church. I bought that outfit, I'm wearing it to church. I'm performing in something and I need something and I'm wearing it. So I know that the aspect of being sophisticated and affordable is definitely coming through. And then there's a couple of items that my daughters like.
You're like one of the most perfect specimens of a woman.
Jesus.
You don't think so? I mean, you don't need to do anything to yourself.
Oh,
All those things those women do in Hollywood, you don't need to do any of those things. You don't agree with that?
Yeah. There's always stuff to do, and there's it's. Again, I'm lucky to be 54 years old and still doing what I love and having a career. So that is a fortunate thing. I've been able to have longevity in a career in many different areas, whether it's recording and performing and television and film. So I definitely count my blessings, but also I know that I'm well prepared. Yeah. You know, when I show up, I know my stuff. Mm-hmm. I'm reliable and accountable, and I think that's one of the reasons why you continually get hired. People know that they can count on you and trust you. And I think that's important to be able to have longevity in a career, and to be educated. I mean, I was lucky to have parents that kept me grounded, but understood my gifts and said, okay, if you want to do this, you got to get educated.
You were a challenging teenager, from what I read in the book. In the book with your
According
mother.
to my mother, yes.
And do you know why?
Well, I think my mother has a lot of fire, and I think fire was matching fire, and I think that's probably why I became so strong and so assertive. I think it was a combination of having a adventurous nature. I mean, I love to ski and drive fast cars, and I love the thrill of exciting things, where my mother is not that way.
I have a friend who was such a bad teenager. His behavior almost prevented his brother from getting into the FBI.
Oh my God.
So because you were such a mischievous teenager, could you see your kids thinking of doing things before they arrive?
I am so lucky that my kids are nothing like me at all. And I definitely think that, how they were raised was much different than I, was raised. And they've traveled all over the place and, have experienced a couple of divorces and had a much different experience, even though I tried to stay consistent with them in terms of having a music education, having to be able to play an instrument until they graduated, trying to stay in one place at one time, and going through the whole school system. So as much movement as they had, they did actually have some sense of solidity.
So you didn't get a daring child. That's how you were described in the book.
No.
Wow.
I mean, they're all kind of daredevils. I mean, in terms of physically.
Did you get that side of your mother where there's some people you just can't stand? And she'll just say it.
Right. No, my mother harbors resentment and then doesn't let it go. That's the negative part of that, and that's the unhealthy part. I'll get mad, but then I'll let it go. It's not worth stewing over it for the rest of your life.
As I sit here looking at you, I'm trying to see which one of those teeth is the cap tooth. And I don't think...
That one.
Really? Okay. We have three things in common. The same race, the same gender, and we both have front teeth that are capped.
Fourth grade, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, your song, Save the Best for Last, is the most beautifully constructed, lyrically perfect love song to a stupid man that I think has ever been recorded.
That's funny.
Think about it.
Yeah.
That's what the song's about.
Well, I've had many people that have come up to me as couples and say, your song got us back together, this was our wedding song, so it has meant something to many a couple.